Let's talk about liability waivers for fitness, health, nutrition style businesses. So, what do these liability waivers do? Do you need them? What types of businesses would need them? Today, what we're going to talk about is more health related. Physical fitness, trainers, studio, one-on-one training, nutrition, any of that health coach sort of world. We're trying to get someone to basically transform their body or encourage them on how they're exercising and eating, that sort of thing. So why do we need to even be thinking about this? The reason is there's some liability involved. Anytime you're asking someone to push themselves, because that's usually what it takes to transform your body, is to push themselves beyond what they're currently doing. So they're going to change something, whether it's eating or exercising, to try to get that change in their body. That is going to challenge their body. So what we're trying to do is just make it sure that we're clear with our clients. Hey, this is what we do. This is what we don't do. What we don't do is we're not physicians. We have no idea about their medical history, health history, underlying conditions, other accidents. So that is where we're drawing a line. We're not saying you're going to get injured. We don't know if you're going to get injured, but we are saying, hey, we're going to push you. That's what our job is, because that's what you have to do to transform your body. You have to, challenge yourself and push yourself. So we're going to push you, and there's some risk of injury. So someone could, throw their back out, or fall from using a piece of machinery, or if they're doing it incorrectly. And what you're trying to make clear is, hey, I'm here to coach you and push you, but you're taking this risk on. You are agreeing that you're in, a good enough shape to do this. So you don't want to end up with someone coming in following your advice, and there was some underlying condition. They should have never been eating that way to begin with, but we didn't have that information. So that's all you're trying to do, is basically protect yourself from these sort of outlier events, or if someone is doing something incorrectly, or if there's just an accident, and make sure that your client is taking on that risk on their own. People who want to work with this, they know that they want to take that risk. It takes some level of risk to go push yourself and change your body or your habits or whatever it is. So that's what this liability waiver is. There's a couple recommendations I have for you to make sure that you're protecting yourself. Is these waivers are kind of like your first line of defense. So if there is an injury, you're going to look to this contract, a liability waiver. So if you're having like a seminar, there's two ways you can do this. Is one, just have a liability waiver for anyone that you ever work with. Two, you could have a more comprehensive agreement that's like if you're providing ongoing training, one-on-one training for 3 months or something like that. You can have a client agreement that puts that in there, and it says, hey, you assume the risk of this, and you're not going to sue us if you get injured, basically. So that's what I would recommend, is using them. That type of agreement talks about payment, what happens if they cancel classes, the whole list of things. Drafted Legal has both of these, so you can just get the liability waiver. It just says, you are assuming the risk and you're not going to sue me, or you can get this longer agreement for ongoing clients. So here's how I would recommend you handle it. People who are ongoing clients, like on this coaching or training, you get them to sign your longer terms. And then if you have something like a seminar one day, or someone just shows up to your gym, or you're doing a one-time, you make sure you keep the liability waivers on hand, so that anytime you're working with somebody, you can get them to sign it. So I think that these are really smart. They're really easy. People are used to signing them. I've got kids. We got to sign something to take them on a field trip. People are they're used to it, but they're important. I also think having the right agreements in place shows to your clients how seriously you take your business. And it also sets you up for a positive and good relationship, especially the longer agreements where you talk about, hey, when is payment due? What happens if you can't make it? How do you reschedule? And you just think through some of these policies that you want to set out, so that you're limiting those questions and making sure you're real clear. So I hope this is really helpful. Make sure you protect yourself. Go build an excellent business, make it profitable, make it help people, and protect yourself along the way. So use draftedlegal.com for all your legal resources. We've got free information, we've got templates, we've got LLCs. Drop a comment below if you got any other questions that we missed, or anything on your mind, and we'll do the best we can to help you. And good luck with your business.